Yahuwah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakatayahu, Brakatayahu Shai, Brakatayahu, Brakatayahu Shai, Brakatayahu, Brakatayahu Shai, Thubada, Abba, called Kadash. I'd like to give the honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone that teaches truth, 100% truth. Your brother Malakama. Doing another lesson, it's going to be we were born in darkness. And it kind of helps me kind of explain what I'm trying to say is it's a scene from the movie The Dark Knight. Anybody remember the antagonist, the character Bane in that movie? And one thing about Hollywood, it really flips the script. Really the bad guy, the antagonist, is really the good guy. The same way we are in this time, because we can be contradictory to the ways of this world. So we're gonna be looked upon as the bad guy, and the wicked ones are really looked upon as the good guy. Because in the movie Bane, he was against establishment, because establishment, the rich was taking over, they were ruling, and they were corrupt. He was exposing their corruptness, man. He was trying to do a reset, and that's what the Lord is going to do. The Lord is going to do a reset on this place. He's going to take these corrupt officials, people that rule over this world, the kings of the earth, man, take them out of power. Let me hit this scene real quick. Fair use. Shalakia. Fair use. Fair use. It's not done for monetary gains, only for educational purposes. Fair use. Fair use.
Not mistaken. Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding.
That was pretty much it, man. And the reason I can relate to that, because, when we came into this world, man, the world was already corrupt before we came into it. And then, they started attacking you from the womb. And, with propaganda, breaking up your families, miseducation, all these things to destroy you and to separate you from your power. And so many of us went through a lot of hell, man, in a lot of forms. We had broken families. We grew up in projects, all type of wickedness and shit, all around, and not knowing the true ways of the Lord, man. And so that was the darkness. Darkness is not having any light. We didn't have any light at that time until we received this truth. And by the time we received this truth, we were already grown men, and a lot of us mainly much later in age, like myself, once I received this truth. And so that's how I kind of look at it. We coming out the dark and into the light, man. And it's a hard transition when you transition over, because you've been corrupted for so long, and all these things, have to be purged up out of you. All that wickedness and stuff that you were taught, you realize that shit was your destruction, Those things was like smoking to the Lord's nose. Things that we thought was okay to the Lord, they blurred the lines and told us that, we don't have to follow these laws. We don't have to follow these statutes and commandments. Just pray to the Lord, and, you'll be okay. Hell, we ain't know what Lord to even pray to. But now that we have the light, and the light is upon us, all that shit of the past, is, we have clear understanding now. So I'm going to start off in the book of Job, and we're going to read down from verse 1 to verse 12. After this opened Job his mouth and cursed his day. And Job spake and said, let the day perish when I was born, and the night in which I was said, there is a man child conceived. And when we was born in this world, man, it was a curse. We had them curses on us, man. We was catching hell up under our oppressors. And many times, we wish and seek for death, man. We did things that were destructive to our lifestyle. A lot of people get into drugs and alcohol and just doing, things because you didn't care too much about living, And really we don't, and once we come in this truth, you really don't care about this life. So, whatever happens because the Lord has us, once you're in this truth, because we know what the outcome is going to be now, that we're going to receive the kingdom, man. So hell with anything that this devil try to put on us. Let the day perish when I was born, and the night in which it was said, there is a man child conceived. Let the day be darkness, let not Yahweh regard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it. So when you're going through hell, when you're catching hell, man, it's ain't nothing like it, man. When all hell, happens, you lose your job, you lose your family, or you come up in those circumstances, broken families and shit, in the projects, and these things, it's darkness, man, it's hell. Let the day of darkness, let not Yahweh regard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it. Let darkness and the shadow of death stain it. Let a cloud dwell upon it. Let the blackness of the day terrify it. Verse 6, as for that night, let darkness seize upon it. Let it be not joined unto the days of the year. Let it not come unto the number of the months. Because there's nothing worse than going through a lifetime of poverty and just everything's just being against you and shit not working out, That's hell, man. That's being terrorized, Verse 7, lo, let the night be solitary, let no joyful voice come therein. Let them curse it that they curse the day who are ready to raise up their mourning. Let the stars of the twilight thereof be dark. Let the look of the light but have none, neither let it see the dawning of the day. Because it is shut not up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hid the sorrow from my eyes. Because I have witnessed people, man, has been in a like a forever, hell, where they've been on drugs, for so long, and they struggle with drug addiction, and from drug addiction, it's just day after day after day, and a lot of times death is the only only comforting thing that they can have, at that time, especially if you're not in this truth. Because this truth helps comfort us in these times, of darkness and things that we're going through. Because this truth, we know we have we have an assurance policy that's there to keep us safe in these hard times. Job chapter 3:11. Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I was come out of the belly? And one of the popular sayings here, from the belly, from graduation to the what is it for Jake? Damn, I can't even remember the saying there. From the womb to the prison house, because a lot of these communities are set up and designed that way to lead you straight from the womb to a broken family, to a hellish community, straight to the prison house. Because these schools are pretty much set up to set these kids, because they figure out how many prisons they're going to build according to a lot of these curriculums and what the grade count is at the schools. And some of these schools, man, that's in these some of these J communities, man, because they know that if they don't have the opportunity and they take away their ability to be able to compete in the world, they know that it's going to lead them straight to the prison house or death, either or. But because we have a higher power, man, they don't equate that into the equation, man. And many of us come out of those dark places, man, and are able to succumb these traps that was laid out before us. And, here we are today, man. So thanks to our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, He can redeem whoever he wants to, no matter what condition it is that they've been placed into, no matter what kind of hell and things that they've been through. Job chapter 3, verse 12. Why did the knees prevent me, and why the breast that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet, I should have slept, then I had been at rest. So Job was saying, should have just left me at stillborn from the womb, man. So I wouldn't have to go through this hell. I'd rather have been dead and gone back to the spirit world. That's why a lot of kids, when they cry, when they're born, that's the purpose of when they cry, because they done woke up from that rest in the spirit world and they brought back into this corrupted ass world, man. And first thing they do is hit them with these bright lights, and when that child is born. Really, a child's not supposed to be born under bright lights like that. It's supposed to be in a dark place to give that time, the time to adjust, because that's the shock of them being born into this world, man, up under Esau, Edom. They start blinding you from the womb until they put you in the grave again. They make merchandise off of you, mainly through your social security number. They already tallied the cost of what it is and what you're going to produce for them. Lamentations chapter 2, verse 1. How hath the Lord Yahweh covered the daughters of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel, and remember not his footstool in the day of his anger. So by us going off, breaking our covenant with the Lord, and going through these curses, so therefore a dark cloud came over us, man. And Esau Edom helped forward that dark cloud, keeping you so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans in the dark, man, keeping you confused, confusing you with your gender, confusing you who you are. Everything this man has done to confound you, to put you to death, to make merchandise of you. Lamentations chapter 1, verse 20. Behold, O Lord, for I am in distress, my bowels are troubled, my heart is turned with me, for I have grievously rebelled abroad the sword bereaveth at home, there is as death. And that's us catching hell, man. That's us going through, hoping your car don't break down. Are you going to have enough to pay your rent? Is things going to happen to your house? Are you going to be able to recover, Hopefully your kids don't get sick, Are you going to have health care to be able to cover whatever's going through? Being put on child support, all these things, man, bereave us, man. They distress the bowels. We all done been there. We all done been in situations, man, you just feel like shit because of circumstances around you that you have no control over, man. And that's why we have to call to the Lord, man. Lamentations chapter 1, verse 20. They have heard that I sigh, there is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. And like I say, we have a lot of people, man, that we think that's in our corner are secretly behind the doors rooting against us, man. They're praying for your downfall. These so-called friends, co-workers, all these people, man, they're praying for your downfall. Therefore, you got to come back to them on bended knee and ask for them to help you. Lamentations chapter 1, verse 22. Let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me. For all my transgressions, for my sighs are many, and my heart is faint. So that's them curses, us catching hell, man. Our people are really going through it as a whole. As a collective, our people going through it. And many of them, because they're wicked as hell, man. Jake refused to repent. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 3 through verse 7. Surely against me is he turned his hand against me all the day. My flesh, my skin, hath he made old. He hath broken my bones. A lot of us have been put on these jobs, we had to work to pay bills, to put food on the table. that pretty much broke our bodies down over the past, whether it be the military or construction jobs or anything that, may have done, and not to mention being under constant attack, from our foods and things that have really destroyed and pretty much broken our bones and corrupted our skin. Lamentations chapter 3 and 5. He hath built it against me and compassed me with gall and travail. Our food is all fucked up, especially in Babylon the Great. You can't find, it's hard to find food that has not been corrupted, man, with all type of chemicals and GMOs and all these things, so that's that gall that's talking about, and travail, trying to find a job, that's going to pay enough for you to be able to pay your bills. And praying that, you don't get laid off, you don't get fired. Lamentations chapter 3 and 6, chapter 3, verse 6 through 7. He hath set me in dark places, and they that be dead of old. He hath hedged me about that I cannot get out. He hath made my chain heavy. So a lot of us have been in those rough environments, man. It was almost impossible to get the hell out of them, man. And through redlining, a lot of jakes were corralled into these poor neighborhoods, these ghettos, these barrios, these what is it for the Native Americans? They got them on reservations. All these things, he put these Lord allowed these oppressors put these hedges around us that we can't get out of those areas. And that's that hedge, being locked in those hellish conditions. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 20. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord Yahweh, was taken in their pits, of whom he said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen. And so we live amongst the heathens no matter where we go. We've been scattered all over, but majority of us as a collective, was here in Babylon the Great. But anywhere we're going to be amongst these heathens, but we're going to be up under these heathens. We're going to catch the hell. The curse is not going to hide from you because you were over there because you were born over there in Japan or born over there in Australia and these other places, man. These curses are still going to be on you. You can still be up under your oppressors, up under these heathens. And they ain't not going to show you any mercy. The book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 28. Thou shalt wilt like my candle. The Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, on the book of Psalms, chapter 23, verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff comfort me. And I look at it as being here in Babylon the Great, man, being in that shadow of death. Death can hit you at any time in this place, man, because you're already set up to be destroyed, man, through many ways and forms, through the food, through the air, with the chemtrails, the water, all these things, man, are set up to destroy you. So death can come at any time here in this place. So we're not supposed to fear any evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And will comfort us this truth. We make our bodies living sacrifice. We don't fear death, man. Death we don't fear. But we do fear Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Now we do fear, falling out of this truth. But as long as we fear the Lord, man, and do as he asks us to do, we will be able to endure to the end. So I'm going to finish off in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 11. No, okay, Shalak, I have more after that. Revelation chapter 12, verse 11. And they overcome him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they love not their lives until death. Hell with this life here, man. I don't care how many riches or anything that we have, man, it's still not worth it. Because with your riches, man, this man still control you. He still can come take your shit anytime he seems necessary. You can come take your home. He can come break up your family. You have no control over your kids. So this is hell, no matter what kind of comforts you may have here in this place, man. And not to mention, you don't grow your own food, none of that shit. He controls all that. The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21 and 22. Rejoice and be glad, O daughters of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So right now, these Edomites are ruling the whole world and they're oppressing the whole world. But the Lord is going to he's turning the tables. The curses are going to fall on these devils, which they are doing now. Now they're starting to catch hell. And so now they brought into the darkness, Now they're being afflicted, They're being driven to the ghettos and the barrios and all these other places. So right now, these Edomites are fleeing all over the damn place. You look, every time they're fleeing into these other Caribbean countries, and they're flooding their places trying to live, trying to escape these curses. But they're catching hell, man. Their time has come to an end. And like I say, we already been in hell, so ain't nothing to us, Like the elder Manatazasi out of GMS, South Carolina, man. Come on in, man. The water's warm. I love that saying when he said that, man. Come on in, the water's warm. We've been here for a while. It's nothing new to us. So right now they catching hell, they crying and all on TikTok and all these other videos about the hell that they catching. And Jake is like, okay, oh well, you can't show them no mercy or sympathy because they had none for you when you was going through your hell. When you was on drugs, when the crack epidemic came out, and they show you no mercy, what they do, call you crack babies and all these other derogatory terms, man. So we not to show them any mercy because they're gonna go in captivity. All that curse is gonna lead them all the way into captivity because they're gonna catch recompense, man. They're gonna be our servants in the kingdom when we in rulership because these curses are leaving us and it's going on them. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute them. So these Edomites are going to go in captivity, man. And all these other nations, they're going to pay tributary to us. They're going to go back to their homes and they're going to pay tributary to us, man. As we have done for them. That's pretty much the end of the lesson, but I'm going to show this video again.
But mistaken. Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding.
Welcome to them curses. Shalom.